Welcome to the Rugs to Riches show. Grab a drink and get comfortable. The live show is about to start.
DeFi Daily is your best news source for the latest crypto, finance, market trends, sports, and world news, along with other top trending stories going on across the world. It's 100% free to use, so visit defi-daily.com to stay up to date and informed.
What is going on, everybody? I can't believe what just happened today. I'm wearing red.
First of all, that was a great promo. Do we have a new sponsor?
We do. Oh, yeah. Oh, you weren't here last week, were you?
I was here last week.
Were you? I mean, you're always on vacation. I can't keep up anymore.
You know?
Yes, our new sponsor, DeFi Daily News.
What?
Yes. This sponsor is very close to my heart. I feel like I know the developer very well.
Like super close to your heart.
Yeah. So you guys, if you want some crypto news and world news and sports, check it out, defidaily.com.
I'm just saying, Deep Eddie, if you happen to be watch, we do take donations.
Yeah, I definitely want to have a drink tonight, but I can't. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So
man, just drink some clear liquid.
Yeah.
So Bailey, what the hell happened? What the fuck?
I know. Bailey, welcome to the show again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I guess I didn't screw up too badly the first time.
That's good. Not at all.
Isn't this like the seventh time you've been here in like the last 7 weeks or some shit?
Well, I mean,
he's time on camera, but I like to lurk sometimes.
Yeah. I was gonna say he played poker a few times with us.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, nice to see you, Bailey. I wasn't here last time. That was a great show, you guys. The one you did last time.
Yeah,
thanks. Yeah.
I was actually, funny story. Saturday, I was this close from buying more TGC tokens, and I decided to just put it in a USDC and put it in Solana. Full transparency. I took profits, took those profits, put it into Solana, and then the very next day I wake up and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here?
Well, where did you take your profits from?
Trunk. Yes, I did. So I did take profits from Trunk. So
wow, then you're good.
I'm up. I mean, you don't know when I bought in. Maybe I bought some Trunk, 2 days ago.
Right. You bought Trunk 2 days ago?
Dude, I look like the biggest horse's ass on YouTube right now. I don't know if you saw my Be Like Mike video. Yeah, like I bought $4,300 worth of Trunk at like $1.50 something.
Nice.
Showing people how to like leverage it and Solend and everything. And during that video, I started having trouble with my ledger. And lo and behold, I wake up the next day, my ledger is broken. So like the button like no longer responds or works. So I'm sitting there in Solend and BT's like, hey man, like, guys, you got to like pay back your loans a little bit, So I was going to do the responsible thing and kind of take care of some of that. And now I can't get in because my ledger doesn't work. And I'm like, all right, I got to get a replacement one tomorrow, which was today. And I wake up and I have like a little watch list on CoinMarketCap. And so I click it and I thought my eyes like were fuzzy or whatever, but it said 15 cents. But I thought it was probably like $1.50. I was like, $1.50? No, the decimal point was in front of the one. And I was like, holy sh. And then I went on to Telegram and I saw like 5 million messages. I'm just like, oh God, not again.
Yeah, not again. That's the word right there. Not again. That sums it up. So same thought process went through my mind. I woke up and I looked and it said 15 cents. And I was like, this stupid app it doesn't load properly. So I'm like pushing it down, letting it spin and reload. I'm like, this is dumb. So then I went on a deck screener and I was like, just shocked. Just absolutely shocked.
Yeah. So I actually listened to my gut for a change. Last night at 11 o'clock, I literally sold 25% of my trunk position.
How much? 25%?
25%. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know what it was. I just had this feeling, this nagging feeling, like by this time the utilization on Solon had been at 100 for like several hours, right? Like I tried to pull out some of my USD because all I was doing was lending. I didn't do any borrowing on Solon. So for about an hour, from 10 to 11, I tried to take out some of my USDC. And because I couldn't, I was like, man, I don't know what it is. And I had been debating, I was going to sell some trunk to put into Solend. So I'd been debating that for 3 or 4 or 5 days. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger last night. And actually, when I woke up this morning, before I saw anything, I said in my mind, I said, I hope the price of trunk is up, right? Because we had already had that first sell down, and it was starting to get bought up a little bit. And I was all like, man, I said, I hope, I said, you know, I took profit, whatever. But I'm like, I hope the price is up. Like, you know, because I didn't sell my whole bag. I still had, you know, quite a significant amount of trunk. So I was just hoping, I was like, oh, please let the price be up. And I looked it up. I had already had a text from AG saying, what the fuck's going on? And I got on all the crap. And then, of course, I got to go read the Discord. Oh my gosh, Discord hasn't had 200 messages in the last 3 months. I had 200 messages in 3 hours this morning that I was trying to go through.
Oh yeah, what's the conspiracy theories going on in the Bud channel?
Oh, BT totally did it. You know, he stole all the money. He used Savannah House and convinced us to vote for things so that, you know, it wasn't his idea to take all the money out of Elephant. And, you know, so yeah, he's the one that he was the first dumper. And why does he not have any, you know, trunk in his wallet now? And blah, 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 you know. What I tried.
Any merit to that?
That's what I said. That's how I approach it. Whenever I just, those people that are just like completely bad, I'm like, look, post evidence, man. Like, come with facts. Don't just come in here and say, you know, the world's ending and BT's the one that did everything. And if BT stole all that money, why the hell would he be talking today? Right? Just bounce. Right? Steal the money and bounce.
Because he's doxxed. So he's got to play it off like Houdini.
I'm going to screw everybody and steal everybody's money like 6 days before I have to meet everybody in person.
Right.
But, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, boy.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Oh, gosh.
I can't believe, dude, he's got some enemies. Let's just all agree that BT's got enemies and we're getting shafted because of it. I mean,
here, let's I almost dropped that F-bomb. To be fair, okay, at least the three of us and many people bought trunk, even if they bought it at $1, was still in profit, right?
True.
So if you got, you know, me included, that was the first time I had sold trunk since I bought trunk, was yesterday, right? So if you didn't take some money off the table at $1 or $1.25, or when we hit 170 the first time, or 65, whatever we got to, if you guys didn't take a little bit off the table, then call this a learning lesson, right? Like my learning lesson was theta, right? AG, you were there. That was when we first started talking about crypto. My theta wallet was like $180,000, and I took zero profit, and that theta went all the way back down to $3,000, right? So I mean, these are the things that you guys learn is through your crypto, your crypto journey as it should be, or so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, I took some profit, not a lot, but around 83 cents, I believe. And then some more at $1.25, which wasn't a lot. And then my biggest take profit was yesterday when you actually talked me into it.
I talked you into it.
Yeah, take some profit.
Yeah. So, I mean, and like Melinda said here, we're having a great recovery. The bottom was 11 cents. So we were already 3X just about. Are we at 33 cents yet?
We were at 34 cents.
So bam, that's in what, 12 hours? So in 12 hours, if you would have woke up and just bought Trunk, you're already 200% ahead from that purchase. I'm not doubting the people that bought at $1 or bought at $1.65 because we've all done it, right? Bailey just said he bought at 155 or whatever,
right at the top.
And we all do that. That's just the way it is. It's why
the good thing is for me at this point in time, and for anyone else who's doing it, all the profit that I took, I just bought back in to where I have over what I originally had. So
yeah, like I feel
because now, but here's my worry. So BT came out and said that he got liquidated everything. He doesn't have any trunk left, right? Is that what you read in the FUD channels too?
Well, BT's not in Discord. I mean, he's there, but he doesn't really say anything.
No, but I thought you said you saw people were saying that his wallet was empty.
Yes, his bank. Yeah, his bank teller wallet, but his bank teller wallet's been empty for a little while. Like I think the last transaction was like 2 weeks ago. He wormholed like 500,000 Trunk over to Solana. So
okay, so here's my fear is that the first exploit on Elephant, it drained the value of Elephant. Price was just bottomed out, but everybody still had their Elephant, which gave him the fire and the desire to fix this. We'll fix it right now. Trunk, he claims he had over 1 million Trunk, and it's all gone, got liquidated. He's got nothing. Yeah. So I'm hoping he still has the fire to want to try to fix things and make it right, because he doesn't have anything. He has to go buy more Trunk now.
Well, I mean, from my opinion, I think BT's ego is what he wants to save. I don't think the BT necessarily cares about money as much as he cares about being right. Like he wants Elephant to succeed so much that his hubris is what's going to carry him through.
And that's what I hope. So I hope that's the fact, because me personally, it's hard enough losing the value of what you have, but you still have it. But losing everything and you don't have anything, and then you have to start back from the beginning, and this is like your second or third time doing it.
Yeah,
dude, I would probably be like, "Peace, I'm out. Can't win at this game."
Well, I mean, to be fair, he still takes a stipend every month, so he's still being paid by the Elephant Protocol. Like he's not going hungry. He gets money, so all he has to do is use that money to buy back into the protocol, right? And I'm not trying to down the man. He deserves to be paid. Right. I'm not saying he should work for free. That's not what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But he still does get paid by the protocol every single month until he relinquishes the keys and steps away.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Go ahead.
A lot of people lost 100% of their Trunk today. Mm-hmm. I'm down. Honestly, I did not have a lot of Trunk. I had like $1,000 of Trunk. That's it. Until I made that video. I got caught up in greed, honestly. I was like, oh my God, I was thinking all right, this is going really well. And the whales are playing the game. And I think this is going to have some legs. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get in. And I put another 4,000 in there. And then I woke up today and all gone. So that's minus 5,000. And then lost 20% on my USDC, which was a lot.
27%. Or did you get out before the second drop?
It might have been 27%. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get out right away because I was like fiddling around trying to fix my ledger, my ledger. But yeah, so I'm down $15,000 through this little debacle. But I know of some people that lost like over $1 million in Trump.
It's
like,
so banana. It is. It's so sad. It's so sad for those people that lost
over $1 million or
yeah,
over $1 million. Trump.
I heard 1.3.
No,
1.3. Yeah.
Yeah, dollars.
I mean,
I wouldn't
names, I guess, but
yeah. But there was a lot of people that lost big. So I don't know. Like I don't really know how I feel. Like I'm definitely going to be taking like a tiny little breather from Trunk and Elephant just to kind of like let my head kind of settle around this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the biggest kick to the damn cards is exactly what you said, that USDC haircut, right? Because a lot of us know we've lost to leverage, right? Like I lost to leverage when me and AG came up with this great plan and we're going to be these super traders, right? and I watched my ETH and my XRP go right out the window as I was driving down the road. I pulled over in the median and I'm like,
yeah, leverage trading is not cool.
It's not, man. It's not for the faint of heart. And and I think we did a pretty good job of trying to tell people like, hey, be aware, be like, don't do it. We don't suggest it, and so we all had money. I lost a little over 5,000 on my haircut, having to be socially responsible for Savannah House's debt. So that was the kick of the nards to me. So
does anyone know that if we're going to get reimbursed for
that? BT said that Savannah House will reimburse people. Now, I don't know if that's people that didn't take their money out. I mean, as soon as it was available, and actually I need to let Erin know how to get her money out. So quick, Erin, if you to the Sol end, go to the pool, go to withdrawal, and hit max, it'll say 0, right? But how it works is it's 2 million every 4 hours. But it's not like at 8 o'clock, 2 million it gets released. It's a rolling list. So what you need to do is you just need to sit there and be patient. And about every 5, 10, 15 minutes, more money becomes available. So you just got to sit there and hit max every once in a while. And what I did is I just left it on my computer and I just hit max. And all of a sudden it will tell you like $300, right? Yeah. So you accept that and do it. Sometimes it's $60, sometimes it's $1,200, right? Even though it says 300, it can be more or less. And then as soon as that transaction goes through, hit withdraw max. Yes. Withdraw max. Yes. You can get about 5 transactions really quickly. So I don't know how much you have into it, but I had 4 accounts that I was able to get my 70% or whatever it is out today.
Yeah. I was able to get everything out, but I was still short $2,000.
Yeah.
I think he's saying that the utilization is back up to a point where you can't withdraw.
Oh. Well, that would be sucky. I don't know anything about all that. Hold on. What's Justin saying? I almost sold my trunk last week. Thought maybe it would be different this time. Unreal. Reimbursed. Ha, ha, ha. Well, maybe we will. BT did reimburse everybody when Bankroll or whichever one. What was the very first one? Do you know about that one? Bailey?
No, that was way before my time.
Yeah. So we know that when we had Mason OG, he's been with Bank Teller since way back on the Tron days, and he said that there was an error in his code and it got exploited, and BT reimbursed everybody that was in that contract. So it does happen.
Yeah, who said that? Someone told us that.
Mason OG.
Oh yeah.
There's I just looked at Sol end. There's $2.35 million of USDC still in there, and that's the amount that's also borrowed.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
it's at the 100% again.
Got it. Yeah. So there was
those last people.
yeah, you're pretty. Justin, do you have any hard evidence to say that he's behind this, or are you just spouting some bullshit? Because come with facts or shut up. I mean, it's serious. We're not going to sit here and let you just badmouth people. Like, if you have facts, then have facts. If not, don't slander people. We're pretty lenient, and I'll be the first to say I'm not a huge BT fan. Me and him have had words several times. So, I'm not going to praise the man. He's not Jesus walking on water, but you're not going to come in here and slander people. So have facts or back up.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, like, even though, like I've lost a bunch. I know a lot of people have lost more than me, or proportionally, like, are really hurting with how much they lost. Like, for me, like, I'm not mad at BT. Like, I'm kind of disappointed a little bit in myself, because I knew this was gambling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there like looking at 400% APR on like USDC. Like, that's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
But I kind of let the greed kind of get to me, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to ride this and milk this for as long as I can. And then I didn't think it would go this quick, but unfortunately, I guess, like, I don't know, like, I haven't caught up with like everything about the attack or whatever, but I guess somebody just dumped a big load on Solana and then just went in and viciously just kept liquidating people and then selling it, liquidating some more people. I mean, that's just like a total maneuver. Like,
yeah, it sounds like it's, wasn't an accident. It was on purpose.
No, absolutely.
Who was it and why?
According to Justin, it was BT, but since he doesn't have facts, I mean, the elephant exploit is trackable. We know exactly what happened. It was a flash loan attack, the same thing that hit what was that other big
Terra Luna?
Yeah, this flash loan attack, the same thing that hit Terra Luna. I mean, that's trackable. We know exactly what happened. Here, we know what happened. You can track the wallet that dumped the 500,000 trunk, and then use the USDC that they got to liquidate people. It's trackable. Like, I mean, I can come in here and just say, I think Justin did it. You know what? Justin Kelly was probably the guy, and that's why he's in here, coming here laughing at us.
Listen, what is he saying right now?
What was interesting to me was there was a big discussion a while back about people were like, what if BT whitelists himself and he's the only one who can liquidate or whatever? Some people were worried about that, and look at what happened. What cost us was the reverse of someone was able to just go in and maliciously like liquidate, all the different accounts. So
yeah, and we actually talked about that the last episode, right at the end of the show. We talked with Zach, and he said, "Oh no, here's how you do it. You find somebody that is in liquidation, and you just have to pay to liquidate them, right? You have to pay their USDC, but you get 5% more trunk back. So that's what that person did.
You got like a 5% discount for liquidating.
So Zach mentioned that, and now he's MIA on the show right now.
That's true.
Conspiracy theories. Let's go.
We'll know if Zach's driving like a Maserati in his next 0 to 1 million challenge.
Do we know how much that wallet made off with, dollar amount wise?
No, like people smarter than me were tracking it. So this is all quadruple double hearsay from my end. I just don't like people saying, "Oh, it is what it is."
So it looks like we were down 94%, and then now we're down 76%, I believe. But
hey, Justin, do you run a protocol yourself? Do you have a business? Like, I don't know, a Subway, a McDonald's? I mean, things change. Things change over the course of doing business, right? 4 months ago, futures was the play, and futures still is the play. Like, futures is still paying out, right? Now, in 100 days, maybe futures isn't paying out, but we don't know that. Things change, right? The protocol owns 15 BTC in their turbine and 800 or 8 million trunk in their turbine. So, protocols change, things change, Solend was a good idea. Now it's not, right?
So,
yeah, you know what hasn't changed, AG?
What
hasn't changed from 24 hours ago with Trump? What has not changed?
The code. I don't know where you're going with this.
100% the code, the tokenomics, and how Trunk works has not changed. This big drop off from $1.60 to 11 cents did not change the fact that there's only 125 million Trunk in existence, that the protocol is buying and burning every single day. That hasn't changed, right? There's still however much money is going into futures every single day. 20% of that buys Trunk. You know what? Now the turbine's buying Trunk at 30 cents instead of $1.50. So it's getting 5 times as much Trunk to get stuffed into its pockets, right? So I get it. It sucks. I lost on paper a lot of money from the time I went to bed to now. But if you believed in Trunk 24 hours ago, the tokenomics have not changed. Just your timeline, your time horizon has changed.
Bailey, you want to jump in here about the tokenomics? You're the math whiz.
Gosh, guys. Well,
honest
here's
opinion.
the thing.
What do you think?
This is like my honest take here. And this is why I actually didn't have like an enormous bag of Trunk to begin with. Yes, like there are 125 million tokens or whatever. Some of them are getting burned, some of them are getting locked away in the turbine, right? But when I look at the liquidity pools, okay, and so I did this a little bit, looked it up before the show here. We now have 12.7 million in liquidity for Trunk in those 4 main pools, the 2 on Solana, 2 on Binance Smart Chain. Now, half of that is Trunk. Half of it is like the actual USDC, BUSD, BNB, right? So there's only 6.35 million USDC, let's call it, that is paired with Trunk. Okay, $6.35 million. That's it. But all these people have millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars in dashboard money, right? So to me, and if I look at right now, if you just go to like Trumpet, right? Trumpet's been bleeding pretty heavily with people taking profits or moving it over to Solend, but there's still like over 50 million Trunk sitting in Trumpet, right? So like by the time Trunk gets back up to $1, say if it gets back up, you have $50 million of dashboard value there, but you're sitting and you're looking at a much smaller amount in the liquidity pools. It comes down to who can cash out first, and it's going to remain really volatile and prone to big spikes up, big spikes down for a long time. Elephant had way deeper liquidity, and it had a lot of value capture with like all of its taxes and liquidity building strategies. Like Trunk doesn't have any of that. So I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm just kind of gonna lay off for a while and kind of see how it plays out. But I'm not as like enthusiastic, to be honest with you.
Yeah. There's a couple counterpoints. It does have value capture because 20% of all futures is locking it into the turbine, and that turbine can only give 1% APR a year back. And then with everything that every Trunk token that Bertha mints into Trumpet gets burned. So that's Trunk that's never coming out. So I agree with you. There is still a shit ton in Trumpet, but I don't know what that ratio is. How much is protocol owned that can never come out because those tokens were burned?
Yeah, it does. I mean, the tokenomics like are promising. Like it does have that deflationary aspect to it. But I just think like right now there's still so much of the supply out there in human holders, whereas like I think it will take a long time, and it might take a couple of these run ups and run downs before you really see that really come into play.
Yeah, I think the good, like you were saying too, the good thing about the elephant token is when we had that giant, those giant falls, Bertha was getting her cut, right? She was getting that 10% or 8% or depending on how they sold it. So that was the great thing about elephant, is even though we were, doing huge nosedives with, people selling for 4 trillion at a time, Bertha was getting a part of that. Whereas, like you said, Trunk does not have that value capture. Because that would have been amazing. How much liquidity just ran through in the span of a couple hours last night. That would have been great to have 10% of that.
Yeah. So if you had if you were BT right now and you could tweak something and change it, what would you do? Would you add a tax to it to help catch some of that? Or
well, you can't because it's the contracts are announced for Trump.
I know. I'm just saying hypothetically, what would you do if they weren't renounced and you could change something? What would you do?
Well, I noticed one thing that was done when I did go over to Solend. It looks like the loan to value ratio that you can borrow is now set to 10% as a max. So it looks like he's kind of taken that 75% where you could go up to 75% for your leverage, and he set it at the max of 10%. Yeah. So I guess one of the things he'll be doing is, limiting the amount that you can take out on leverage, so that like that cascade of sells probably can't happen again.
Yeah, I think the big thing with Solend is the high APR is what brought people into lending, right? With people like me and you, right? Those aren't going to happen for quite a while, especially if you can only do 2%. So, the lending value didn't go up until we hit that 70% loan to value or borrow rate. That's when the APR started really going up. And I tell you what, nobody is going to put money into supplying if those suppliers don't get their money back, right? Yeah. I mean, we were literally told, oh, if you don't want, just supply. You don't have to worry about it. You just supply. Don't have to worry about it. Well, we supplied and we lost 27%. I lost more supplying than I lost in Trunk. So
yeah, me too.
Right. So that's the thing. So why would anybody supply? Especially now. I mean, if we're at that threshold, so for anybody that supplies, it's going to immediately be eaten by people that are taking out to try to get their money back.
So it looks like the first sell-off dropped the price down to 43% or down 43%.
Yeah,
and
that's huge.
And then it rallied back up to about negative 18%.
Yeah, I mean that first drop probably put 10, 20 accounts in liquidation. I mean, which somebody had
50 almost 50%. Is that what I said?
So, well, that's true because anybody that was at 30%, if it drops 50%, it's now at 80, right? Or is the math not that cut and dry?
I mean, anything that drops 50%, you're going to be in liquidation.
Yeah. I think we can all agree with that. Earn crypto supply borrow platforms always come with unknown risks. Yes. And I did learn my lesson. I did not learn it from Celsius, apparently.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see like what BT what his next move is, because like he does now have that Savannah House money that we all gratefully socially gave him to make that whole. So I mean, I know he's going to be market making with that again. So he lowers the amount of leverage people can use. Do you think then he starts, I don't know, like putting in putting in USDC or buying some trunk up to make those rates like attractive again? Because we all know like people are greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if he can get the rates up to like what 20%, I mean, 20% on USDC is, I mean,
what were they before? Like 300?
300%. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, the last few days it was 300% over the like the previous like 7 days. It was averaging. It was like over 200%.
Yeah, over 200%. Yeah.
And so, what gives it the percentage?
The how much is loaned versus how much is borrowed, right? So if you're at
so if more people are borrowing, then
yes. So once we hit that 70% borrowed rate, the rates really started jumping up on the lending, and that's to try to get more lenders to bring that value up, which then drops the rates down. Well, the lenders were coming, but then so were the borrowers, because what were they doing? They were borrowing and buying trunk, and trunk price would jump 10 cents. So now their loan to value ratio just changed from 30 to 25%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
BT mentioned something about he said something like a few days ago about how he was going to put armor on Solon so that people wouldn't get wrecked. And then like 2 days later, this happened, and he's like,
"Well,
because that's what he said. He's like, they listened to what I said, and then they attacked us before I could implement it."
Well, it's always the way. I mean, like what was Justin? That was what Justin was saying too, right? BT knew there was a vulnerability in the code before the Elephant exploit, but because he probably said, "Oh, I'm patching," said blah blah blah, and they're like, "Well, it's got to be now." Boop, push the button. Same thing. I mean, why did I sell 25% yesterday? What made me have that knot in my stomach? Well, it was BT saying, "Hey guys, we have to pay back loans." Well, that's a trigger, right? Seeing that 100% utilization. Why was it at 100%? Because as people loaned, or when people paid back, the people that were supplying were taking it out. So it stayed, as people paid back, people took out. As people paid back, people took out. So we stayed at that 100% for hours. Like it was like 5 hours or something whenever I finally looked at it last night. And I was all like, man, if I can't take out my money that I'm supplying, then something's going to happen. And so that's what I did. I guess I shorted myself by selling my trunk to cover my loan. I mean, because that's what I did. I sold basically the same amount that I had my loan. So if shit did go sideways, I had that out.
So what exactly did you lose? Did you lose out?
Me?
Yeah.
I lost about $5,500 because of the haircut,
Okay, so you didn't lose any of the trunk. It was the
no.
USD.
I mean, I sold the trunk. I sold the trunk yesterday.
Okay.
So, which now the conspiracy people in Discord are like, "Oh, the admin knew. That's why he sold." No, mother effer. If I would have known, I would have sold all of it. I would have sold just 25%. Come on.
Yeah.
Shit, that would have paid my boat off.
I think whoever did this was plotting and kind of waiting for it. But yeah, when that 100% utilization hit, and then like it stayed like that for an extended period of time, it was almost like the entire herd was kind of like out of USDC.
Yeah.
And that was the time to strike, because then you can't borrow anymore. And that's what was propping up the price of Trunk. There was a lot of people just borrowing and buying and looping it.
Yeah.
They were being like Mike Saylor.
I think
sailed down the wrong way.
I had something to say, and then I read Aaron's comment. It made me laugh. I forgot what I was going to say. Damn, I hate that.
Yeah, what was funny was Bartertown Ray like creeped into like the chat like 3 or 4 days ago. I was like, "Hey, good job, guys."
Yeah, right.
Just, like, posted out. Like,
who is that? Bartertown Rick?
Hey, turn your hat around and let's go to your homie character. What are you spouting a drip maxi might have been involved like Aaron just did with Ray creeping
I had
in?
no idea.
No. No,
I know.
actually,
I mean, I do know he was doing some fishy stuff on the blockchain during the first exploit. So,
Really? Like what?
like selling like $400,000 worth of trunk like an hour before the exploit, things like that.
ooh,
Yeah.
elephant. You mean
Yeah.
No, it was trunk.
like before this one?
No, no. He
No,
said the
before
first
the
one.
original exploit, because he knew like the
Because
whole.
trunk was still $1, right? And then once it crashed, so did the trunk price. Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
but who knows? Yeah.
But now the conspiracy theories, I love them,
So
man.
I remember what I was going to say. So, BT also saying, hey, let's create a sell wall at 170, right? So that way, when your bot it pays, you're not dumping. It's just every time you hit your limit order and 70 hits, it pays you out. And then you can use that to pay your loan back. So the people that may have exploited and exploit is so stupid because they did what was within the rules, right? I mean, we're calling these guys bad actors. No, they played within the damn rules. They were just smarter than everybody, or they're just more ruthless. They're really not smarter. I mean, I'm sure there was other people that were like, man, I could do this, but I don't want to screw, 100 people I don't know. Well, this guy decided, well, his money was worth more than the 100 people's money, right? And he played the game better than 100 people, and he has the money to show for it, right? So I don't want to call that dude a bad actor. He was just a douchebag. Like, congrats to him for winning, right? Like, he's not a bad actor. He played within the rules. That is somebody that somebody brought up in one of the other chats was, we keep calling him bad actors. Well, no, he's not a bad actor. He's just some guy that saw the rules and is all like, well, shit, I got $1 million. I can probably wreck these 100 people and get 1.2 million. That's my salary for the year or whatever. So, but yeah, I think BT's saying, hey, let's put that where did AG go? Where did who go?
The host.
I know.
The host with the most. Where is he?
Oh, I guess I'm now in control. Shit. It's been a minute since I've been in control. Hey, I know one thing I can do. Let me see if I can find it. We'll go ahead and do our little we got to do a drawing here. Oh, you're back. Yeah, I was gonna do the drawing.
You were buffering really bad, and I think my internet was going out, so I switched over to my cell phone.
Yeah, you did get blurry. You did get blurry for a minute there too. Gotcha. I was gonna do spin to win while you were gone.
All right, you want to do it?
Oh yeah, I can do it. Oh, I'm gonna control it.
No, pull up your screen. I'll do the video.
Oh, well, fine. I was just gonna control everything.
Yeah. But one of the things.
Where's the screen at that you were supposed to bring up?
First of all, I was working on it. Give me a second. I'm new to this shit.
Boomer, I tell you. So what? I think we cut you out, Bailey. What were you saying?
That's okay. Well, I didn't realize you were going to come in with this like awesome production value, like little tune.
That's my favorite thing he's ever made. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, it makes me every time I hear that, I like it just makes me happy. I don't know why. It's so crazy.
But I was just going to say it's hard. It's difficult and hard to talk about this trunk dump and incident so soon, because like we really don't have like a lot of the information. Like I haven't even like looked at the blockchain yet to kind of see, like I usually like to wallet watch and kind of see like what was happening and all that. We really don't have like a lot of information. And then a lot of times, like when BT does give us like information about certain things, a lot of it is like very cryptic. Like you have to like try to like translate like kind of like what he's saying and everything. So I still think like there's probably more to figure out than the information we have like right now, like in front of us about it. But
yeah, I agree. I mean, it's all speculation, right? Jeremy thinks the BT did it. I think Jeremy's a toolbox. So we're all speculating on things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Jeremy's probably a super duper nice guy, right? Probably is. And BT could be a complete douchebag, which I'm in the camp of that. But we don't know. Facts are facts are facts. We don't know who did what. We know that some guy or girl, since it's 2024, we don't know.
Or they could be a they.
Yeah. Oh, they or them or furry or chicken, whatever they go by. You know, sold some trunk and then used that to liquidate a bunch of people.
Listen, I am just psyched that we're back at 35 cents already.
Dude, that's bananas. Oh, damn it, Justin, you got me.
Yeah, Gola, I think you're the toolbox because you got his name.
I am the toolbox. Goldwyn the toolbox today. I agree too.
I'd like to hear Jeremy's thoughts. That's funny.
We'll find a damn Jeremy.
All right, so what are we spinning for today?
Wallets, I believe. It's wallets. Aaron can correct me.
Yeah, for everyone that's new to the channel or new to hearing about Earn, do you want to give them a little rundown of what the Earn token is?
Sure. Earn is a hyperdeflationary token on the Ethereum chain. It has a 222 fee assessed if you buy, sell, or transfer. That 2%, 100% goes back to holders. Their kind of claim to fame is the Burn wallet is a holder. It holds a little over 50% of the supply. So therefore, out of that 2%, 1% goes directly to Burn. It came out, I believe, in October last year and has burned approximately 86 million tokens already. So starting supply was 1 billion. They burned 500 million the second they launched to start the Burn wallet. And then since then, the Burn wallet has eaten 86 million tokens. Beyond that, they also have utility with NFTs. So they have two NFTs. They have the Flameling tokens and the Flame tokens. They're kind of neat because you have to use Earn to mint them. When you mint them, that goes to a special wallet. That's the Buy Hold Earn wallet, which is the number 2 holder, I believe. And then depending on the color that you receive, there's a bounty program. So once all 1,000 NFTs are minted, the bounty will be paid. Like, for instance, I have a red flame, which is worth 1 million Earn. So when the flames get minted out, I will receive my bounty of 1 million Earn. And I paid 100,000 for that NFT. 100,000 Earn. So today, though, we're spinning for wallets. So if you hold 100,000 Earn on the ETH chain, I say that because it is multi-chain. You can get it on Binance. You can get it on Base. You can get it on Solana. You can get it on AVAX. The caveat is you only receive rewards if you hold your Earn on
Ethereum.
the ETH chain. But if you buy Earn on any of the other chains, you do not pay the fee. So you can buy Earn on BNB for 0 fees. However, you do not earn rewards. Although the same supply. So all 5 or 6 chains that the Earn is, it's all one supply. So all of the ETH was bridged over. All the ETH tokens were bridged to BNB, Base, AVAX, or Solana. Any quick questions, Bailey? I kind of ran through that quick.
Crystal clear.
All right. So today we are spinning for 100,000 Earn. And if you have a wallet on the Ethereum chain with 100,000 Earn in it, you qualify. So the top 1,000 wallets get a chance. And then if you have 100,000 Earn ETH in that wallet, you will get 100,000 Earn. A few weeks ago, I think 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, it'll be 6 weeks ago, somebody literally they bought one time, they bought 100,000 Earn. They collected reflections, but they bought 100,000 Earn. They won the raffle, doubled their wallet. So bananas. So hey, Justin, what's your pick? 1 through 100. And then we'll ask Jeremy what his pick is.
I think I'm going with 682.
I don't like 682. 682 won't get paid. I'm
Well,
going with 287 or like 17. 17 would be good too. Bailey, what's your guess?
Is it 1 through 100 or 1 through 1,000?
It's 1 through 1,000 wallets. The top 1,000 wallets qualify. However, only like 300 actually hold 100,000 earn. So anything through like it might be more than that. It might be like 350.
What is 100,000 earn? Do we know how much that is?
Right now it's like $500. So if you roughly $500.
Because you told Justin 1 through 100. So I was wondering if you're trying to like hustle him or something.
Maybe one through 1,000. Listen, okay. I'm already a little tipsy. Don't. I'm calling them Jeremy. I'm a little tipsy. Don't call me out like that.
I'm going exactly 100 right on the button.
Nice. All right, so it'd be $528 is what 100,000 earn cost, give or take, because there's taxes and stuff like that. Are we ready to spin? We're spinning. I said 287.
I said 682.
Bailey went 100. Did Justin ever give us a number, or did he leave us
at 45?
He said 45.
All right, Justin, you can pick another number. Watch it be 45. What did you say?
687. I think I said 682.
I saw that. I'm like, holy shit, was that close?
All right, load up TGC Casino right now. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
221. That's what it's got to be. I thought it was 321. Sorry, Justin. I was hoping it would be 45. That way, you would be the I don't know, just the person that picked 45. 687. No dice. Hey, Mikey. I was thinking that because we talked before that if there wasn't a winner, I think you're going to do biggest buy competition. So like when the flame happens, if it's no winner, then you should give a flame away. If it's flameling, then you should give a flaming away. If it's for the wallet, like there's no wallet, then why don't you give a wallet away, 100,000 K wallet to biggest buy?
Could also be like if there's no winner, the guest on the show gets the prize.
That's right. That sounds like a good one. Did you hear that, Goldwyn?
What's that?
Go ahead and say that again, Bailey.
I said, if there's no winner, perhaps we could give it to the guest on the show.
Oh, I mean,
to encourage more people like to come on.
I agree with that. We'll talk to the powers that be. We'll talk to the powers that be. I bet we get more guests that way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I try to get BT to come on the show, but he doesn't always read my messages in time.
Yeah, he doesn't like
3 weeks from now.
He doesn't like Jeremy.
So I'm just on the DeFi Daily News, and I see this headliner here saying the Ethereum ETFs are scheduled to be launched tomorrow, the 23rd.
What?
That's exciting.
Is this our new sponsor?
This is our new sponsor.
Should we run their commercial again? How much do we get paid every time we run their commercial?
Not enough, I can tell you that.
Then don't run their commercial again.
But yeah, I mean, what do you think?
That's exciting, man. Is this another one of those sell the rumor, buy the news shit? Didn't BTC go down when the damn ETFs actually started?
Yeah, they did, but you never know.
Some of that was like the miners and whatnot. I don't know. Like I'm excited because ETH has a smaller market cap. So if there's more buy pressure, we're going to see more of a boost. One of the things that worries me is like, I know that, what is that? What's Grayscale has like ETH as well.
Yes,
so
I'm in that trust.
Yeah. So I don't know what that's going to do as far as like, we all know that the BTC one kind of dumped on us for a while.
Mm-hmm. So
but I think long term, this is bullish for sure.
Oh, 100%. More adoption is bullish for sure.
I read
For
somewhere
sure.
that Grayscale decided to drop their pricing for the Ethereum trust down to like 0.15%.
That's crazy. Why?
So-
Why is that?
Because that's why they were losing. Everybody was selling the Grayscale trust for Bitcoin.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
price was like 2.5% commission.
Hey, Bailey, see that 300 by 600 square over there? You know what would be great in that?
Some
A
TG.
a TGC ad.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or right here.
Look at all that real estate you guys have up for sale.
I know. This is we got one right here. Right
Nice.
here.
Yeah.
One right here. Front page. Boom.
What?
Now, can you track like analytics, like how many visitors like it's getting and whatnot?
Yes.
Yes, the owners of the site can.
All right. Has it gotten any traction so far? Has
Oh, yeah.
anyone stumbled upon it?
Oh shit.
Yeah, but we literally just launched this last week.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 different people creating backlinks and doing SEO work on the site as we speak.
Nice.
So
Hey, who's that? We should talk about that first ad up there on the right. Oh, it was on the main page. Are we still talking about news?
yeah, then we can talk about this. You're talking about the DeFi IRA?
Bailey, what do you know about DeFi IRA?
DeFi IRA. Well, I know it has one of the coolest logos in all of crypto. That's
Kind of looks like a nest egg, like an egg and a nest there.
Yeah.
Something.
So I do know it's designed to kind of hold, and you can collect either reflections or dividends in blue chips, like either is it ETH or BTC? I know it's one of those. So
ETH.
it sounds very intriguing.
Nice. You know a
Yeah.
lot. You know more than I thought you might. But yeah, that's exactly right. It's a dividend reward token that not all, but it's 4% fees. So buy, sell, transfer, and 3% go back to the holders in the form of ETH. So there's no reason to have to sell your IRA to take profits. You can just sell the ETH that you're getting.
Yep,
Or
you buy the token and then get ETH back.
buy. There's Purple Pepe. I think Jacob came in last week and was spouting Purple Pepe too.
But you want to fill them in about the main feature that we're really excited about?
The nest egg?
The nest egg. Introducing the nest egg. This is our own treasury. So let's just be open, transparent. We wanted to build our own token that we can give to our kids and not have to worry about all this fancy marketing and trying to get investors and stuff. So we pulled our funds together and we built the treasury, which is the nest egg. Right now we're sitting at what, $60,000 chunk change,
yeah.
compared to some of these elephant protocol stuff. But we're just a couple of YouTubers trying to make it in crypto. But
I think the big thing to note is that we've only been building that treasury about 5 months. So that's just through AG and I putting things in. I mean, to be fair, one of the biggest things is a futures account. It's a little over 20,000 at the moment. But that futures account does provide yield. So the whole thing with the nest egg, we were influenced by the protocols we've joined, right? We were influenced by Elephant. We were influenced by Mikey and Nadina over at Earn, right? Because they have a great the Earn token is a great reward token. So we took aspects from both, right? Bertha was the heart and soul of Elephant, right? The treasury that holds and will not sell, And so that's the same thing that we wanted to do. The big thing is that the token is standalone, right? The token is its own entity. You get its buy, sell, transfer taxes. That's what gives you your reward, right? The only thing the nest egg is completely separate. It's an entity on its own that's growing. And what nest egg does is it buys assets every single month. And we started at, I think we started at 10,000, and now we're approaching 60. So every month it uses the yield that's being generated by things like futures. It has a stable swap account that's doing very well. It has Dex Finance. We have some Dex vaults that are producing some yield. We just started Beefy. We started looking into Beefy. And then we've been doing some concentrated liquidity as well. So all of these things are forming yield that just turns around and buys new assets.
Yep.
So
The main thing is, not only do you get to buy the token and then you get dividends and rewards by every buy, sell, or transfer, you're getting your Ethereum back, and you don't have to sell your tokens to take profits, which is what I absolutely love. I feel like most people will buy a whole bunch of tokens and then hold on to them, and then they have to start selling a few off to live. This, you don't have to sell anything. You just buy and hold. And the treasury is constantly making that money and buying the token off the chart, which boosts the price up. And then the tokens that it buys, it locks. It's never going to sell those. The kicker is that there's a burn address. And once that treasury gets to about 40 to 50% of the supply, it's still going to keep buying tokens off the chart. But now, instead of holding the tokens, it'll just send them to the burn wallet. So then that will make it deflationary.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I like it. And we partnered up. Right here, DeFi Daily News. We figured we could get to the masses by promoting a free news site for everyone to come and get their, daily dose of crypto news and TradFi news and sports and world news, things like that. And then any revenue that this website generates through ad revenue will also go to buying back tokens off the chart. So it's got outside sources of just trying to boost the token up. And then we have a very low supply of tokens. I think it was like 222 million tokens is all we started with.
Yeah. And what I think the inspiration, it's kind of evolved over the time as we've been trying to create this. The big thing is my son is 15 going on 16 and just started working, right? And I personally don't have a 401k, right? I've chose not to go into that, and instead I've been investing my own money. And so I've kind of been teaching them kind of aspects of finance, and they're not going to have a 401k. Right, 401k is so far away for my kids that I wanted something that they could give me $10 a paycheck or whatever it could buy. Like, we don't assume that this token, if nobody buys it but me and AG, our kids will be happy because they're going to buy it, and our treasury is going to continue to buy it. So that's kind of our mindset was, how can we create something for our children that in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, when they want to start taking money, will still be around,
Yeah, 100%. And if you wanted to look for something, you can go to markets, crypto market, and you got your charting right there.
What's up, Bailey?
So a couple questions.
Go.
What chain is this going to be on?
Oh, how did we miss that?
Base chain.
All right.
It's going to be on Base Chain. Let's take a look at this logo, if it gives you a little hint.
Oh, there you go. All right, I missed that. Yeah, excellent. And so how about how is the token going to launch, do you think? Is there like a pre-sale, or is it all just going to be like right into a liquidity pool? Or
yeah. So I guess technically the answer is yes, there's a pre-sale, because we do have Flameling tokens that we are retiring, and we're going to pull their liquidity to help with the initial liquidity for the IRA. So we will be reimbursing all the holders of our Flameling tokens. So they'll be getting a stipend of tokens. But other than that, the treasury is going to start out with 25%. And then other than that, everything else goes to the LP pools. So we have the Flameling and the team. So Flameling and team is one genre, which is 15% of the supply. And the treasury is 25%. So 40% is self-allocated, but that 25% will never be sold. So once it goes into the treasury, it stays there as an asset. So we'll use the ETH that it garners as a holder to buy more assets.
Oh, I see. So it's going to kind of be like a graveyard, so it can still kind of earn its own reflections and whatnot, or dividends.
Yep.
Cool.
So
now you have any suggestions that we can make it even better with your tokenomics? I know you're the tokenomic guru over here.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I don't know, on the fly, it's kind of tough. Like I'd have to sit down and kind of look at it all. But I mean, on paper, it looks pretty promising, and it's like definitely going to be like a fun little project. One of the things would be like who's going to be like controlling like the nest egg? Like, is there going to be like a treasurer that controls that, or who decides like, all right, like we got some money from futures, where's that going to be allocated to and all that?
Right.
Yep. So the treasury is going to be, I have it here somewhere. The team. There we go. So there's 5 core team members. I'm not sure if they all want to be known.
There's me and AG and 3 other people that we confide in.
Yeah.
So we will be controlling the nest egg. But the big thing to realize is that the IRA token is its own thing. So when you buy and hold the IRA token, the nest egg is just another holder that we'll be buying.
Yes.
You know, every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks. So it does it. There is no backing. You know, there's no guarantee that the nest egg is its own thing. It's a separate entity that is just buying the IRA token as an asset, just like futures, just like stable swap, things like that. Mm-hmm. So when you buy and hold the IRA token, you're getting your rewards from buy, sell, and transfer fees. Period. There's no the nest egg isn't like backing the price or anything like that. It's just a holder that will be buying.
That's constantly buying and never selling.
It's until it gets to 50%. And once it gets to 50%, then it will start buying and burning the token.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I mean, that's like you're basically like you're putting the dividends that nest egg is creating, like you're putting that into the liquidity pool and removing, the the IRA token. So that
was the big thing
helping the price. So
that was a big thing for us.
Yeah, and also 1% of fees go to liquidity. So 3% goes to holders, 1% goes to liquidity. There's no team allocation out of the fees.
No, so the team and the marketing fund and all that stuff is the nest egg, which isn't like Goldwyn just said. It's a part of the protocol, but it's not a part of the protocol. Does that make sense?
It's an investor. It's the nest egg is is fronting the liquidity pool, and for that it's getting 25%, and then it is buying the IRA token. Like we see the value of the asset. So same thing. It buys the nest egg holds 2 million earn as well. So we see value in earn, we see value in futures, we see value in stable swap. We are looking at 8-bit finance. Are you part of 8-bit finance, Bailey? Is it?
No, I actually don't know what that is. That's the one thing I actually don't know.
So I know 8-bit finance. I think it's 8. Is it 8? It's 8.
Yeah, it's 8-bit.
Is it 8-bit finance? I know it's 8-bit. I'm not sure if it's 8-bit finance. So what 8-bit does is this kind of like stable swap. Are you familiar with stable swap?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not really.
Well, stable swap is the big problem with stable swap. The big red flag is it's off chain, so you can't track any of the money. They say that the money that is paying, what stable swap does is you create a contract and you put it into their system and you get paid. They take that and they use it for remittance payments in the Philippines, and they use your money over and over again. And so that money is creating more money and you get part of those fees. Big problem is you can't track any of that. So you're really putting your money in, and it's, the neat thing about stable swap is you put your money in for a set contract. When that contract is over, you get that money back. So they're borrowing your money for 60, 120, or 300 days. At the end of those contracts, you get your money back. And in that process, you get a percentage based off of how many days you locked it up.
Gotcha.
So that's what Stable Swap does.
Yep.
8-Bit Farm took it a little different. They put theirs on chain and they say all of the money comes from them doing concentrated liquidity. So again, you put your money in there. It's a contract for however, I don't know what their days are because I'm not part of it.
I think it's 180 days.
So you put your money in for a said contract and they give you a percentage back. Like Stable Swap is 30.35% daily on a 300-day contract. I think that 8-Bit is 0.3, but it's a smaller time frame, like 240 days or something like that. So anyway, so kind of like a futures thing, but more trackable or whatnot, and based off of contracts. Everything's independent. It's not based on, Stable Swap says that your contract is independent from everybody else's contract. It doesn't matter what they do.
Not going to name names of who's a part of the team.
Oh, I see Money Man on there in the community feedback section. Interesting.
Yeah.
And Crypto KR. Yeah. Okay. Gee. Very good. So when do you guys think you're what's your timeline for like the launch?
We're for August 1st, right?
What? That soon? 10 days?
I think so. I think that's what we talked about.
It is August 1st. We don't have the time. Yeah, we don't have the.
I'm on vacation that week.
That whole week?
Yeah, we're going to be.
You chose to launch our token when you're on vacation? That seems silly.
Well, I don't think things through sometimes.
All right, so it might not be August 1st, according to AG. We know that we're pulling liquidity for the Flamelink tokens August 1st. So we know that that's happening, and we're going to attempt to launch August 1st. Time to be determined.
I'd love to do it before the ETH ETF, but
tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting it to be tomorrow until I saw the news article. I'm like, what the heck?
Stealth launch. Just go.
Yeah. Maybe if we do that, then there's always insiders know blah blah blah.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do announcement and everything.
Dude, maybe we should push it and launch it on when's the first show after the first? I know that we said August 1st, and that holds a dear date in my heart, but
after the 1st would be the 5th.
So the 5th would be the first Monday. Maybe we should do that live on the show.
That's a good idea.
Right?
Live on the show, launch it.
We'll have to talk to our partners, but I mean that might. I mean, would you be back in town? Are you going to be on that show? You just told me 3 hours ago you weren't going to be on the show next week.
No, I'll be back. I had to think about it there for a minute, but yeah, I'll be back by the 5th.
Well, maybe we should do that August 5th. I haven't done my numerology to see if August 5th is a good day, though. I know that August 1st was.
This guy, I tell you, numerology.
Hey, something to it. Something to
Maybe.
it.
I mean, Bailey's probably on board with that because he's a math teacher. So,
Bailey, what's to do with you besides TGC?
You know what? Besides TGC, I was getting fired up about Trunk.
Really?
And so I was into wicked.
Way to let you down.
Big into the USDC pool. Like I had a lot of USDC in there. So now I'm going to try to find something else.
How long are you?
What's that?
What? Could it be IRA? What?
I'll buy some for sure to support it. Like it sounds like a really cool project. I like it a lot. So yeah, I'll buy some of that. I probably will go back to a little concentrated liquidity on base chain. I'm probably not going to do much Solana. I really don't like the Solana network, to be honest with you.
Yes.
Like,
he doesn't hate Solana. Like, you know what made me hate Solana even more? Fucking Solend.
So
Trying to deal with it.
there's some people in the chat that were talking about this purple.
Hey, wait! Don't just look up stuff.
Jacob
Why?
is pimping this purple. He's like going off.
I know. That's why I was like, oh, I gotta check it out.
Man, do you not read my thing? I told them to contact us. We're not just going to give shit for free.
Purple peppy, man. Like maybe it could find its way into the nest egg. Who knows?
Ooh, Jacob,
Maybe.
if you're part of the team, look us up, man. We're looking for good assets for the nest egg. Just for reference, Bailey, the nest egg is holding TGC, and we are actively DCAing.
Yeah, I'm probably going to buy a little more.
Yeah, we are. We're buying the nest egg is currently buying TGC every week.
Now, have you guys staked it?
Have we Hooby? No,
Have
we
you
haven't
guys
staked it yet.
No, I have not.
Okay.
I need to figure out how to do that on my own personal way.
Yeah,
of staking.
the 6 months pool anyway. Since it's unlocked, the APR has actually gone up, and it's close to 50% now. It's like 48% APR. Some of it's in ETH and some of it's in TGC token. So,
hey Bailey, Earn Crypto said post your base address and they'll drop you some Earn and Grass.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I can post it in the video.
I thought some earning some ass, and I was like, "Whoa, family show."
That's a completely different token.
What are we airdropping over here, guys?
All right, hey Bailey, just send it to me, and I'll send it to Mikey if you don't want to post it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So, where do I even go to stake my TGC? Sorry, I had a brain fart there.
Oh, yeah. You go to well, you just go to tg.casino, and then on the left-hand side there'll be a token option, and there'll be like a staking option. So you just go to their main website.
I don't have my VPN on. I have to. That's the one thing I hate. You have to have a VPN.
Yeah.
You should have a VPN for everything you do anyway.
Yes, but I didn't say it's on right now. I had it turned off.
Which is crazy because when I have my VPN on, I can't listen to Pandora.
Yeah. Not available in my region. That sucks. All right, we're gonna have to figure that out because
good programming, AG. Good programming.
Yeah, we have to. I got to stake it.
So you can stake any time, and then it unlocks at the same time. They all unlock at the same time. So depending on how long you're in the pool for, is that how that works? Because I know there was just an unlock on the 15th, right?
Yeah, basically, there's a 90-day pool. So you deposit some tokens, and then that starts your 90-day clock. You can continue to deposit tokens, and it doesn't reset your clock at all.
Oh, nice.
And then once that clock expires, you can actually keep it in there. You don't have to unstake. So the same with the 180-day. So the minute you stake it, it starts that 180-day countdown. But you can continue to deposit in there, and it doesn't upset that countdown at all. And then after 180 days, you can keep it in there for as long as you want, or you can take it out. The one thing that's a little tricky is that when you withdraw, you have to withdraw the entire amount. So it's like right now I had this huge amount that's in the 180-day pool. It's unlocked, but I can't take say 20% of it out. I'd have to take the entire thing out, and then that's going to reset that timer.
Hey, so I know one thing that we didn't do is if people don't know what TGC is because they didn't see your guys' kick-ass video a couple weeks ago, Bailey, give us a 2-minute, 5-minute elevator pitch on TGC. Okay.
Yeah, so TGC Casino, so TG stands for Telegram. So this token, the casino came out in around October, November. The token for it launched in January. And it's a new kind of top player in the space for GambleFi, right? The casino token itself has as a fixed supply. It was 100 million. It's deflationary, so the team burns some of it through the profit that the casino generates. So right now it's actually down to less than 85 million. So already 15% of the supply has been burned.
Oh, wow.
There was no significant team allocation. So the price spiked up quite a bit, and then the way they've been distributing the tokens, besides the liquidity pool, is doing airdrops for casino competitions. All of those kind of major airdrops and everything for the TGC token have already kind of taken place. So you can kind of see within the last like month or two a pretty consistent like floor.
Yeah, it looks like we're at the floor right here.
Yeah. So basically, as the casino grows in popularity, right now they're very transparent as far as they're not allocating a lot of the resources to burning and the revenue share, but they're trying to build the brand and build the business. So you definitely have seen like a lot of probably advertising for them. They've signed sponsorships like that soccer team that's up there in the corner there. That's AC Milan. That's one of the top soccer teams in Italy. So when their season starts, they're their iGaming partner. So kind of like how you see like advertisements on like hockey rinks, you know how they have like the ads now, like on like the border of the hockey rink and everything. You'll start to see TGC Casino in like a lot of the main football stadiums and everything when it's televised when AC Milan plays. So they're spending a lot of time with the advertising component. What I like is the fact that the token has utility for gamblers, but it also has utility for just holders, right? So I'm getting about 50% APR just staking the token. And then I'm also, they have done one revenue share so far where they actually just airdrop all the stakers. But there's more to come as the token and the casino gains more popularity and more revenue and profits. They're about $1.54 billion have been wagered so far since they've launched. And they've had pretty significant growth in the player base. So they've kind of smashed like all their targets so far. And their ultimate goal is to try to compete with the likes of BetFury, Rollbit, and then eventually, hopefully in a few years down the line, they'll be like recognized with like the likes of stake.com and whatnot.
Yeah, well, they're the only ones on Telegram, right?
Yeah, they primarily targeted Telegram. They like the idea of mobile, and you know, they're really also taking a look at markets that don't have a lot of computers, but everyone has like a cell phone and everything. So they feel like the Telegram app is going to really explode, and there's a lot of market share that could be captured through that. So they have really good team. The team has Web 2 casino experience, has blockchain experience, you know, so they know what they're doing. The top 3 people all have CEO experience in marketing. So it's a strong team, it's a strong project. And I like the tokenomics, how it's deflationary in nature and a small initial supply. So I'm expecting eventually that, you know, once the tokenomics really get to kick in and they start devoting more and more of their revenue to the buyback and burn and revenue share, that we'll start to see that price kind of eke up again.
Now,
I'm not sure how much more emissions they have to go. But yeah, what is interesting is eventually the initial supply dedicated to the emissions will actually run out, and they're actually going to replace that with actual like Ethereum from the revenue that the casino generates. They might adjust the APR to that. That is remained to be seen. But yeah, the plan is to eventually, when the token is all released, then the emissions for staking would be in like the blue chip assets that the casino makes.
So right now that's doing 50-50 split.
It's close to that. Like when I look at my dividends for the 180-day pool, it seems like it's around, I get around 50% for ETH and 50% for TGC. If you go to the 90-day pool, your dividends are all paid in TGC. So the 180-day pool is the only one that has ETH right now in it. Yeah.
So recommendation for me, where should I put mine? The 90-day pool or the 180-day pool? And then what are your price predictions for the token for that, like in that time frame?
Yeah, I mean, for the next, I personally like the 180-day pool just because I feel as though this is a longer term hold token. So I like the fact that I'm getting some of it in ETH and some of it in TGC token. Basically, what I've been doing is I've been collecting my dividends like every week, and then I restake the TGC that I get, and then I take the ETH that I get as like profit. So I'm not like damaging the chart or anything like that, or causing extra sell pressure or whatnot.
That's
kind of compounding it that way.
That's a great idea. Dividend reward tokens in ETH.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah,
so I mean, yeah, but I would definitely say if you guys are going to hold it like in your treasury, that this is a token. It's similar to Trunk, where like, if it went parabolic, there's not a lot of liquidity and like a big whale could crash the price.
Yeah.
But if you're patient with it and you're just earning yield over time with it, I think that's really the play with this token. So I would definitely get into staking. And I would do the 180-day pool because you could get ETH from that and TGC from that. It's a good balanced approach, and it helps you hold it longer term, because I think this is a longer term play.
Well, I think what the coolest thing that you said though, Bailey, was that once you stake, you can add to it, right? Because that's real. I mean, I know that there was staking, but we hadn't got to our goal yet. So I didn't know that I could stake and then just keep adding to it every single week. That's bananas. Yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely get that staked probably after the show.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And what you guys could do is like you could, even if you choose to stake in the, say, like 180-day pool, also stake just a little bit in the 90-day pool, even like a smaller amount, because that gets the clock ticking. And then like maybe in 2 months time, you're like, hey, let's just throw some in there. And your unlock will be in a month.
Nice.
So it just gives you like additional options. Like I have almost all of my bag in the 180-day pool, but I have 1,000 tokens sitting in the 90-day pool, just so I have flexibility as far as if I do unstake and I want like an unlock time that comes up sooner rather than later, I can pop it into that pool instead.
Nice.
Wait, I'm confused. So you can take your 180-day pool stake and move them over to the 90-day pool stake?
Yeah, you can have tokens staked in any pool you want. I can have a 90-day stake going. I can have a 180-day stake going. But yeah, like say if like you can't take your tokens out and put it into that 90-day pool if your timer's not up yet.
Okay.
But what I was just saying, if when you initially deposit, just put a little bit in one pool and then most of yours in the 180-day pool, just so you get that 90-day timer ticking. Because then say if you decide to DCA more later down the line, you might want to have more capital like unlocking sooner. So then you can put that in the 90-day pool, and that timer's already started ticking for you.
Gotcha. Okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah. So that was my thought process. Like, hey, if I do 180 days, but then 90 days in, we have a parabolic run up like this, and then back down. I would like to be able to have it liquid to sell it. So that's why I'm like, what do you think the price could be in 90 to 100 days?
Well, I think that plays like this, you need to have, man, the best thing about TGC that I got from Bailey the last time, and actually Bailey and I talked quite a few times before he was on the show, is that it's a real world casino, right? Yep. It's not just a token on the internet. It's a real world casino that already has $1.5 billion that have gone through it. So it's proven, right? That 1.5 billion generated assets. It generated rakes, even if it was 0.25%. 1.5 billion has gone through it. So it is a real world working casino, right? So the mindset should be 5 years, not 180 days. You know, what is this casino going to do in 5 years, right? So if I lock my tokens up for 180 days and I keep locking them up over 5 years, right? That's the same thing. Like when I start talking about our token, the IRA token, you know, my mindset is 10 years because that's when I'm retiring. So the $5 I put in now or the $10 I put in next week, what is that going to be in 10 years? You know, so that's, man, when Bailey started talking about the model and how much the casinos actually made, and you played in it, right? AG?
Oh, yeah. I played in it. I like it. It's a lot of fun.
So, I mean, that's important because you've played in what, 6 or 7 different online casinos now?
Yeah.
Right. And some of them you didn't like, and you know,
a lot of them I didn't like.
Yeah. Not to put words in your mouth, but
yeah, no,
you know
a lot of them I didn't like, but TG was actually a lot of fun. Actually, what is this? Does this mean it's a top trending thing? Oh no. It was.
Yeah. I would say to give you guys like flexibility, you could put like half of your bag in the 90-day one and half in the 180 because the APRs aren't that far off.
Right.
The 90-day one will give you all just additional TGC token. The 180-day will give you like that ETH and the TGC token. And then from there, you can, like, if you DCA in later, you can just choose what pool to put it in. So you'll have like multiple unlocks, just, you know, in case, even like emergency, you know, it is a longer term, but like, you know, if you want some available at the 90-day mark, then you'll have that available.
Nice.
I like it. All right. Any last words? I think we've been on for an hour and a half.
Nice.
Well, always a pleasure hanging out with you guys.
Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate your expertise and your viewpoint.
Yeah, so. It sucks that you had to come on and talk about, you know, crappy red day like we had. You know, there's one thing about having down days, but it's a whole different story when you lose your tokens altogether without even, you know, having a chance really to salvage what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, but
I feel for the herd. Like a lot of people lost a lot of money, but again, it's, you know what, guys, it is only money. You know, you still have your health, your happiness, you know, you'll bounce back. We already see kind of Trunk rising again. You know, I'm going to take a little bit of a time out from it, but, you know, I wish everybody the best. I think just keep a level head.
The best quote I got today from reaching out to all of my online friends was, man, I opened up my phone and I was really, really mad. Then I went to the gym for 3 hours and then it didn't matter.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What friends do you have that go to the gym?
Dude, have you seen
this guy?
Dude. Yeah, right. Yeah. Did you see Buddy Man? He posted that picture when he got to LA.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that dude's a stud, man. That guy is a straight stud. Like, I know he's a few years older than me. Like, I got to get it on my head. Like, I got to get to.
He's like lifting money bags, you know?
Yeah, dude. He still plays competitive soccer.
Wow.
I think
he's a lot of endurance, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's in a 30+ league playing competitive soccer. It's crazy. But hey, buy your earn, buy your trunk, it's down. Get ready for IRA, it's coming, right? TGC, it's not just a pretty face, it's also a real world casino, right?
And
these are all.
Don't forget to check out DeFi Daily News.
DeFi Daily News for your news source.
That's right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Add real estate for sale.
That's right.
All right.
300 by 600. Let's go. Pixels.
Peace.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
DeFi Daily is your best news source for the latest crypto, finance, market trends, sports, and world news, along with other top trending stories going on across the world. It's 100% free to use, so visit defi-daily.com to stay up to date and informed.